Here we go. This is a queen cage. I don't know where I got this queen cage. I've never seen this kind of queen cage before. But it's like it's got a little thing here on the back, that sort of sliding door that slides open, and then you throw the bees in, and I don't know how it works exactly, but basically it's a queen cage. And I've got 2 attendant bees in there along with a queen, and it looks like they're trying to get out. Anyhow, it's an old queen, and I don't think she's a great layer or anything like that, but I'm gonna see if a colony that is queenless at the moment will accept her, or is ready to accept her. I don't think, they might not be. I think it's a bit too early. I think they've been queenless for about 3 or 4 hours maybe, and usually it takes up to a day before they're gonna, embrace a new queen after being queenless for a while, because the old queen's pheromones are probably still floating around the hive. But anyhow, whatever. We'll see what happens. And what else can I say about this? Yeah, it's an old queen, and I'm just putting her in a hive right now because who cares why? It doesn't matter. Let's just go. But earlier today, I pulled the 2 top boxes. Well, I pulled 2 boxes off of that hive, and I put them over here. And the bottom box, this is it right now, and the bottom box is mostly full of capped brood and open brood, and the top box has got some honey and pollen and some brood. So let's just see if they're ready for a new queen yet. And the reason I am putting this queen in here is just to see if they accept her. And I'm not going to release her right away, but the queen in this colony, she's laying really well, but the bees are they're just too defensive for my taste. So I'm going to replace her eventually, hopefully. They're making honey, they're doing everything good, but boy, they're not nice bees. You can see they're not nice bees too. Not in this shot, but sometimes when bees fly more like wasps, sort of almost like a zigzag pattern, and I can just tell by the sound of these bees that they're not happy bees. But anyway, when they fly in a zigzag pattern, they're already on the defensive, and these bees fly like that right out of the gate, no matter what I do. And some people have asked me why my hive is painted black, why my hives are painted black, and they say, hey, you should paint your hives white and all that jazz. And see, here we go. Look, this bee is, it is so, see the bee in front of the camera? It's just so defensive, these bees. They're not nice bees at all. Anyhow, yeah, I paint my hives black because I live about 1 kilometer from the North Atlantic Ocean. And man, these bees are not nice. Look at these bees. Okay, okay, let's just see what happens. I don't have any gloves on right now, but I'll bet you I'm gonna get stung. God, man, you can really tell the difference between nice bees and mean bees. There they go. Let's see what, boy, I can tell you these bees are not nice. So let's put that queen right there and smack them in the middle and see what they do. There we go. Now let's see if they're attracted. Right now there's a bit of honey I've got on top of the oh boy, they're going to it. I can see right now. They're sort of, yeah, the bees are definitely attracted to the frame, or to the cage. Yep. Now there's a bit of honey that I've sort of buttered around that hive, or around that cage. So some of the bees might be just licking up that honey, but I don't think that's it. I don't think that's all. I can see them all gradually coming towards, in a couple seconds, in a minute, I bet you this thing's going to be just covered with bees. So, they are clearly interested in what's inside that cage. And what's inside that cage is a mated queen. And they don't have a queen. Now, they've only been queenless for 3 or 4 hours. So they're all probably not quite ready to say hello and accept their new queen just yet. But you never know. So, I've got my gloves on now. My dishwashing gloves. And we're going to do a little test. If these bees are ready to accept this queen, they'll be easy to brush off the frame, they'll be easy to brush them off the cage if they're gentle. If they're not trying to sting. And I gotta tell you, these are really antsy bees. They're really oh man, they're really they're almost nervous bees. Whoop! Look at, just like that, they're defensive. This is why I want to get rid of these queens, this queen, because these bees are just, yeah, they're not trying to sting me, but they're definitely not, you know, and they're like this even before they were queenless. So I don't think they're trying to kill the queen. You see that? They're just sort of holding on. When they're trying to kill the queen that's in that cage, you'll see them bending their bodies right into the openings in the cage, and they try to get their stingers right through it. Right now, it's probably, this isn't the greatest demonstration. Let me just see if I can move. Let's tip this upside down. Let's just see what the other side looks like. There we go. Yeah. Can you see this? Hold on. I don't know if this is coming through. But when they're trying to, when this is a foreign queen that they don't want to accept, they will usually try to stick their stingers through the cage holes and kill her. Or they'll try to bite her. And they're really hard to scrape off. Like you wouldn't be able to do this if they were like really. These aren't nice bees anyway, but they're not trying to sting me. They're not trying to sting through the cage. So, in theory, they're ready to accept this queen. But what I'm gonna do, man, these bees are not nice. Maybe the pheromones of this queen too will chill them out. But I'm going to. So they're not trying to sting her. This is good. It doesn't look like it anymore. God, these are really antsy bees though. So they can smell her through all these little holes here. She's right on this end of it. And I could do this, I think I could do this without gloves, but I don't like these bees. There's something about these bees that they're not, it's just, all you need is one bad bee to sting you in the face. So they're not trying to sting me. They don't have their stingers out. So they're good. See, this is, so. I'll be back. So, let's just give them a little push. Little spray, probably got it on the camera. So, let's just make a big wide gap between these two frames. There we go, nice gap. Oh, frig it. Is this still recording? Oh, it is. Okay. So I'm just going to take that queen cage. You see what I'm doing? I don't even know if this is on camera. And I'm just going to drop it. I know what I'm going to do. Hold on. Yeah, I'll just drop it. Shove it way down in the hole there. Way down between these two frames. They definitely know there's a queen in that cage. I'm going to shove it way down there. There we go. That's good enough. And I'm just going to leave it there for a little while. Now, by a little while, I mean a couple days. That queen will still get fed. They'll do, and her pheromones will circulate throughout the colony. Throughout the hive, and then in a day or two I'll manually release her. I could put a plastic plug in and a candy plug in there and